Tonight you will probably eat something cooked. Not raw, not straight from the ground. Heated, transformed, changed by something your ancestors did not always have. Fire. It feels so ordinary you have probably never once asked why. Every culture on Earth cooks food. Not some cultures, not most cultures, every single one. There is no human society, past or present, that eats its food entirely raw. That should strike you as strange. Because cooking takes effort, it takes time, it takes fuel, it takes constant attention. So why would every human society on the planet independently choose the harder option? The answer changes how you think about what actually made us human. For most of primate history, your ancestors ate raw food, just like every other animal on Earth today. Chimpanzees, your closest living relative, spend nearly 6 hours a day just chewing. Their jaw muscles are massive. Their guts are long and complicated, built to slowly break down tough raw plant fibers. Early humans likely lived almost exactly the same way, but then something happened that nothing else in the animal kingdom has ever fully replicated. Somewhere between 1.5 million and 2 million years ago, early humans began using fire to cook. And the moment that happened, biologists argue, human evolution changed direction entirely. Here is why. Cooking does something raw food cannot. It pre-digests it. Heat breaks down tough plant fibers and proteins before they ever reach your mouth. This means your body spends far less energy chewing and digesting, and has far more energy left over for everything else. Primatologist Richard Wrangham at Harvard University has spent decades studying exactly this idea. He calls it the cooking hypothesis. His research suggests that cooked food may have provided the surplus energy that allowed the human brain to grow dramatically larger over a relatively short evolutionary window. Your brain, even though it makes up only about 2% of your body weight, burns roughly 20% of your daily energy. That is an extraordinarily expensive organ to run. No primate eating purely raw food has ever evolved a brain that large. Not one. Wrangham's theory suggests cooking may be the missing piece, the reason humans alone could afford such a costly brain. But cooking changed more than just energy. It changed our bodies, too. Compare a chimpanzee's skull to a modern human's. Chimpanzees have massive jaws, huge chewing muscles, and enormous back teeth built for hours of grinding tough food. Humans have small jaws, weak chewing muscles compared to other primates. Teeth that would be utterly useless trying to survive on raw meat and fibrous plants the way a chimpanzee does. Some anthropologists argue that once cooking became reliable, evolution stopped selecting for powerful jaws and teeth. We simply did not need them anymore. Fire was doing the hard work for us. This freed up something else too. A softer cooked diet meant our digestive tracts could shrink over time. Chimpanzees have long, complex intestines built to break down raw plant material slowly. Human intestines are significantly shorter. Less tissue needed for digestion means less energy spent maintaining that tissue. Once again, more energy freed up, more energy the brain could use instead. Cooking did not just feed early humans, it appears to have physically reshaped almost every part of the human body. But there is another effect of cooking that may be just as important as the biology. Cooking requires a fire, and a fire requires people to gather around it. Anthropologists believe the campfire may be one of the earliest sites of complex human social behavior. Around a fire, early humans were forced to sit together, wait together, share together. Unlike grazing, which an animal can do alone throughout the day, cooking creates a shared event, a beginning and an end. A moment where a group gathers, waits, and eats together. Some researchers argue this simple routine may have laid the foundation for early language, storytelling, and social bonding. The first stories ever told by humans may have been told exactly the way many are still told today. Around a fire, after a meal, in the dark, with nowhere else to be. So when you sit down tonight to eat something cooked, you are repeating a ritual that may be close to 2 million years old. A ritual that did not just change what you eat. It may have changed the size of your brain, the shape of your skull, the length of your gut, and the very fact that you are capable of sitting here right now, understanding any of this at all. Cooking was never just about taste. It may be the single most important invention in the entire history of the human species. Not the wheel, not writing, not agriculture. Fire, and the decision to change food before it entered your body. Every meal you have ever eaten carries a trace of that first fire. You are not just what you eat. You are what your ancestors learned to cook.